Very nice. Now, if you want to save your precious Kaine, there are two ways to do it. One is to plunge your sword into her chest. That's what she wants after all. Freedom from burdens, freedom from life.
What's the other way?
The other way is to make her a normal human being again. But to make that happen, you gotta trade your own existence for hers. Well, there you go. Good luck with that.
You're the shade inside Kaine. Why are you trying to help her?
Probably for the same reason you are. Enough talk. Make your choice.
Alright, folks. Oh, the strongest bond. Okay, I defeated her. I never defeated the Shadow Lord. Defeat someone you care for within 3.5 minutes. I never beat the Shadow Lord because of this stupid final form. But here we are at the final decision. The entrance to ending D. Now, like I said, once you pick this, there is no going back. So be careful on when you decide to activate this ending. I'm taking a big risk myself, because once this is done, well, you'll see.
You will disappear from this world. Your daughter, your friends, everyone in your life will forget you. You and any sign that you ever existed will be erased. And in exchange, Kaine will return to her mortal life.
If you choose this option, all your save data will be erased. Are you sure about this? Like I said, I'm taking a big risk here. Because once this is done, there's no going back for me. The footage somehow is wrong, there's going to be no way for me to recover it. I hope. Even if you elect against it this time, you can always return to the selection by clearing the game again. Are you still sure about this? All NieR save data and on the same gamer profile will be erased, so you can only choose this option once. Are you really sure about this? It's your last chance to change your mind. Are you really sure about this? Yes. This is all that this has been leading up to. Enter the name of the player to be erased. The correct name was entered. All save files will be erased.
all right?
Yona.
Are you the one who helped me? Oh, thank you.
I'm glad you're okay.
What's wrong? I mean, you defeated the Shadow Lord and everything, but you don't look happy.
I don't?
Oh, a lunar tear. How pretty. Are you crying?
Yeah. I guess I am. It's like I just found something special. Something very special.
And there it is. Ending D. In exchange for our own existence, we helped Kaine regain her humanity. Humanity, in quotes. But we're gone. NieR, Robert, however you want to refer to him as in this scenario, he's gone. All of our save data, all of our stats, the only thing that's left is the videos, actually, funny enough. The videos on this channel. That's the only remaining proof that NieR ever existed in this series. I could have been, smart and said like, "Oh, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna delete all the videos," but no, I wouldn't do that. Not even for a joke. That would be going too far. But yeah, that's it. Now there is something else that I want to cover after this, but because this is the real and final credit sequence, I do want to say my final thoughts about this. First of all, this series went on for way too long, and I do apologize for that. I'm aware, but considering the circumstances that it took just to try to record this to begin with, I had to take the time that I could. So that definitely influenced everything. But if you stuck with me through this, I, one, really appreciate it, and I give you props, because that means you were very, very patient with me. I don't know why you are, but you are. In terms of the game, I really liked it. As I said the first time that we went up to the Shadow Lord, or second time that we went up to the Shadow Lord's castle, I'm still realizing new things about this game. And, the influence that it has among everything else, all the other games that are surrounding it. Now, I don't know anything about the Drakengard series, which is apparently like a prequel to this whole NieR setup, but I'm sure that there's something there. Like, there's this video that I watched a long time ago that explained a good connection between everything, and maybe if I find it, I'll put it in the description once again, like I did in the beginning of this series. So as we can see, that Emil is not dead. That is actually canon, because we see him again in NieR Automata, which takes place like thousands of years afterwards. But yeah, no, it's a good setup for everything, and a good little Easter egg to find if you're aware of this game in the first place, which obviously I was not. I was not aware that this game existed before Automata, and so this was a whole new experience as well. As for the way that the game plays, I like it. I like the fact that you can customize your own weapons and customize what your weapons do, and like just really make the gameplay your own. And that's what I've said before. Like, I really like the fact that games allow you to kind of build your own difficulty, the way that you do it, by yourself. Obviously, there's still a linear path. There's still a linear path of you have to defeat these bosses to get here and yada yada, but you know, there is some sort of customizable order to everything. And you know, if you want to do things in a little different order, you gotta know what triggers what. That being said, about knowing things, one of the problems I have with the ending section of the game is the fact that you have to know lore, or like have really paid attention in the beginning of the game to answer the bird's questions to enter the Shadow Lord's castle. Of course, you can brute force it. It's only 3 questions, but the fact that you have to know is a little interesting. It's that whole thing of where like future knowledge influences past knowledge, etc., etc. And the other thing is the Shadow Lord's final form, where he kind of bounces you around, makes that achievement really hard to get, to defeat him in 3.5 minutes or whatever it was. Something very special. System data saved. And something very special. You view the 4th ending, ending D. So now, a racing game save data. This is permanent. They weren't kidding. Everything, any sort of backup data that you might have is gone. Thanks for playing. So now all that's left is one lunar tear at the start screen. That is proof that you have gone through at least endings A, B, and D. It's not about C. I don't think there's an achievement for trying to get all 4. But A, B, and D, you have completed the game. Now, something interesting. So, there's no save data, so you can't continue. But if you try to start a new game, let's put it on easy. Overwrite previously saved system data? Yes. System data saved. So my player's name was Robert, right? Let's see what happens if I try to do it again. Unfortunately, that name cannot be used. Once you play a session with a certain name, that name cannot be used again on the same gamer profile. You have to create a new gamer profile if you want to play under the same name again. It's a lunar teal strip. Yep, it's there. I like this game. I really do. I really like the fact that they make things permanent and they make things real. Like, it's not a trick. Like, everything that you see here is completely real. Now, as I said, there's one more thing that I want to go over. However, I can't go... I mean, I guess I could. But there's something else I want to go over, and even though I could go over it here, it would probably be more beneficial for me to move locations and go over the final section elsewhere. So that being said, this is the last time that you're going to see the NieR screen. So for the sake of everything, thank you guys for joining me for this series. I really hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. And I hope maybe it inspired you to pick up the game for yourself. I mean, that's probably one of the goals of every Let's Play that I do, is to pick up the game for yourself and try it out on your own. As I say, things are great when you watch them online, but it's a whole different feeling when you play it for yourself, get connected to the characters for yourself, and then see what happens at the end. But like I said, for the sake of everything, thank you for watching. And I will see you guys in a moment, where we are going to discuss a hidden ending that was never released out of Japan, that I suppose is technically the true ending. So, I'll see you guys in a minute. Alright, here we are. Hello everybody, welcome back. Now, as I said, probably about a couple seconds for you, about a half an hour for me. There is one other thing that I wanted to cover for this Let's Play. Now, there is so much more behind everything surrounding the NieR series and Drakengard and NieR Automata. Like, there's so much connection. However, someone like me, I gotta draw a line somewhere. So, what we are going to be covering today, at the end of this, is Ending E. Now, there is a book on NieR that was never released out of Japan. It's called Grimoire NieR, and it contained a whole bunch of lore and a whole bunch of backstory, timelines, pretty much everything that you need to know about the NieR series. And like I said, it wasn't released out of Japan, but people have started to work on a probably for a long time translation for Western audiences, and this is the Google Doc for that. If you're interested in any of this, and I do implore you to check it out, because there is a lot of information here. Like, so we have the characters, we have the backstories on like everything. We have the backstories on the weapons. There's the differences between NieR Gestalt and NieR something. The Japanese version, the European version, excuse me. Like backstory, maybe a lot of the stuff we've already seen, but it's all in one place. The weapon stories. Apparently there's a drama CD, and I don't know what that's about. I'm gonna have to check that out on my own time. Oh, okay, no, it's right here. Names, in-game reports, interviews, trivia, like a whole bunch of stuff. There's a whole bunch of background information. I think I saw a timeline in here somewhere too. Perhaps that's what the video that I was looking at was referring to. But like I said, all of that is not what I'm going for today. what I'm going for is the canonical secret ending that was never released out of Japan because it was only in this book. It was never even implemented into like another game and given only to Japanese audiences. No, it was never implemented into the game and only put into writing. And this is ending E, the Lost World. And this is a translation and a summary, so it might not even be the entire thing, but here it is. So this is the incomplete summary from Chinese blogs and forums. If you want to look up more information on it, I implore that you do, and maybe send some my way. Also, the links to both of these, if you want just the ending E or the entirety of the book in the Google Doc form, the links to both of these will be in the description if you want to check it out for yourself. So here we go. The end of NieR, the end of NieR. Kaine continues to have nightmares after NieR disappears, with the feeling that she has lost something precious. Kaine remembers saving a girl named Yona from the Shadow Lord's castle, and that the Shade Tyrann is gone for unknown reasons. But every time she thinks back to that moment, there's always something flashing before her, but dissipating right away. Okay. The troubled Kaine feels like taking out her bad mood on some shades. That's why she goes to the Forest of Myth after hearing about presences of shades there. When she arrives, she notices that the forest has become something entirely different. It no longer looks like a forest, but instead a fusion of forest and machines, with power cables covering the ground like tree roots, and every step's filled with slick green machine oil and sap. Kaine manages to arrive at the most eye-catching tree in the forest, and suddenly, the vine link cables, or the cable-like vines, what the hell? Okay, no, it is a translation, so there is going to be some errors in language here. The vine, or the cable-like vines tangle together in the shape of a young man. Hello, Before he could finish, Kaine has already topped off his head. The body falls apart and is reformed in another. How violent. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Random Code, the overseer of this forest. Random Code? Random Code? The young man continues. You don't understand the language my name is in, so call me anything you like, whether it's overseer or young man. You probably have a lot of things you don't understand right now, so what do you want to know? 1, about the forest, 2, about me, 3, about the future. Pick one. Before Kaine can answer, the young man has started his explanations already. First, about the Forest of Myth. Is the terminal computer where the ancient people studied the demonic elements in quantum physics. The young man said the area is entering its final phase, and the shutdown sequence has already begun. As the young man continues his explanation, a swarm of P-33 drones rushes in and attacks Kaine. On to the second point. So, I'm assuming that, how they wrote this out, like, they still have some gameplay aspects in mind, so I'm assuming, like, as the overseer, or whoever this person is doing his explanations, we would be fighting P-33 robots. As Kaine, but not as NieR, because NieR is gone, as I said before. On to the second part. The mysterious young man claims to be an existence similar to that of Grimoire Vice. He controls all the demonic element and the life and death of gestalts and replicants. Okay, so it was NieR Replicant that was the European version. And the information of everything within the area. A P-33 humanoid robot appears as most of the P-33 drones are taken out. Kaine remembers fighting that thing in the junk heap alongside with someone, but who was it? That's the most important person to you. If you can defeat these kids, I'll tell you why you're here and the person that you cannot remember. The young man laughs as he summons a robot that looks entirely like Kaine. The third point, the future. Like I said, this world is a failure. We don't need robots and humans, and I lost my reason to exist. Emil, with an unexplained extra pair of hands, appears out of nowhere and joins Kaine's battle against the robot. Kaine. Emil notices that the tree is the source of power of everything, and the two concentrate their attacks on the enemy's core. The scenery, the trees, the ground, and the human face dissolve into a giant puddle. Using the power of magic to fuse machines, humans, and plants together. This is the truth behind this world. Amazing, amazing! A replicant like you can reach this level. Amazing! The young man babbles on as he disappears. Power cables are whipping it around in the wind as a storm is formed. Emil protects Kaine as she approaches the magical power source. She just keeps on slashing her sword in the overpowering white light. And suddenly, everything quiets down, as though she has arrived at the border between reality and a dream world. Kaine feels that something important is in front of her. She tries touching it and can vaguely tell it's the shape of a person. Don't. Tears flow on Kaine's face. Go back. Do not come here. Don't. She grabs onto it as it slips away, losing something important again. This is pissing me off. This is my life. I decide how I live. I don't need anyone telling me what to do. And so my decision to die for you is your sword. Kaine cries out of fear of losing something important again. She's angry at how powerless she is. I must get it back. I must get it back no matter what price I have to pay. Someone pushes Kaine from the back. Kaine uses this to help her move forward. Stop screwing around. How can you disappear all by yourself? I'm the one who decides what the meaning of my life is. I get to do whatever I want with my own life. Get out of here, you motherfucking bastard. The white light dissipates as the clear blue sky reappears. The forest of myth disappears, replacing it as a giant organic flower. From afar, it resembles the lunar tear. At the stamen, Kaine is holding a person that is important to her. This person that she used to see, this kind person in deep slumber. Emil floats closer. Kaine looks up to the sky, thinking back how someone helped push her forward within that white light. And when she clearly heard, I'll leave this guy to you, I'll leave this guy to you, lingerie woman, or hussy, as he refers to her as. They meet again. And Emil, with a slightly different body, an older Kaine, and a younger version of him. Yes, his name is NieR. So the true canonical ending to this. The Forest of Myth is a research facility. They oversee this world, the shades, the gestalts, the replicants. It's a huge machine, and the shutdown sequence, the destruction of this world, is about to begin. Apparently the Shadow Lord wasn't enough. The Overseer was the one truly pulling the strings the entire time. But when Kaine goes to fight, and fights through the Forest of Myth, and fights the Overseer, and fights the Core, and whatever else we don't see, her perseverance leads to the reappearance of NieR. This NieR is the NieR from 5 years ago. 5 years ago, before he got the scar, before anything happens, when he first meets up with the memory tree. The only thing that I can take from this is the fact that the memory tree stored the memory of NieR's first appearance and used that to rebuild a version of him of some sort. But yeah, that is the true ending to everything. And yet it still leaves off on a cliffhanger. It still leaves a lot of questions. Questions that we don't get answered. Now, I'm sure you could fill in the blanks. But the fact that this doesn't appear out of Japan at all. So the Western audience doesn't know about this to begin with. And at the end of Ending D, there's still a lot of questions about what happened. So, like, there's really never a true conclusion to everything. And I don't know whether I like that or not. I don't know whether I like it as a cliffhanger, or I want an answer to everything, like a true conclusion, like a happy ending. I suppose this is as close to a happy ending as it can get, but that is just something that I wanted to share because I didn't know about this ending. I didn't know about ending E until, I had to dig deep a little bit more. Now, maybe there's some more information in Grimoire NieR. Perhaps, but like I said, I'm digging through that. I'm going to do on my own. And maybe at a later point, maybe they'll make a new NieR that'll have more answers. Or maybe some new information will be uncovered. At that point, perhaps I'll make another video to discuss everything. But for now, this series is at an end. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. I know I said this at the ending when the title screen was up, but I really hope you guys enjoyed it. This game was honestly one of my favorites. It is a little frustrating that you have to go through at least 3 times to get all of the endings. But like I said, once you completed everything, to just kind of ram through it, it doesn't take that long. It takes a couple hours at most. So, I don't know. It wasn't too bad. What do you guys think? What did you guys think of this series? I guess that would include NieR Automata and NieR Gestalt as a whole as well. What do you think about these 2 games? And would you want another game? Would you want like a sequel or something completely different? I want to hear your guys' thoughts about it. And obviously I will comment as you do. But we're wrapping it up here. This series has gone on for far too long, and it has finally reached its conclusion. Thank you guys for watching. As for if anything is going to be in the weekend slot now, I don't know. I haven't prepared for this. I just kind of wanted to get it done. I wanted to get it done, not to get it done, but to reach the conclusion that's kind of been within my grasp for too long now. I'm rambling on, I'm sorry. I always do this at the end of series. So let me make a firm conclusion with words that I've said many, many times before. Thank you guys for watching, and see you guys in another series. Goodbye, everybody.